off to you our guest celebrity for today. She's called Angela Ndambuki. She needs no introduction. Nevertheless, I shall do it. She's not only a musician, but she's also from being the CEO of the Performers' Rights Society of Kenya to moving to Kenya Chambers of Commerce, and now a week ago to the Kenya Association of Music Producers as vice chair. And of course, she was voted most influential person in Africa, not as in Kenya, on the African continent. Angela, it's so good to have you. All those titles. Do you ever have to pinch yourself and be like, I need to wake up?
No, I guess it's just, when you keep on doing and trying to do, make a difference, people just, give you at least some, what would I call it? Recognition. Yes. And it's good. It's humbling. It's humbling, yeah.
Right. And did you ever, is this all planned out? Do you have like a vision with somewhere and you're like, tick, I become CEO? Is it all planned out, all this success?
Oh, no, not really. And I think it's just about how you take life, and pushing yourself to do, better and better all the time, and just doing your best in whatever you do.
What would you say has gotten you so far here? What's that one character that you feel you can always bet yourself on that has worked tremendously for your career?
Well, I guess it's my resilience, and I also pray a lot, because, life, and especially Kenya right now, you never know what happens, and people are just trying to backstab you and trying to do all these things. But you keep on praying about it, and God just keeps on blessing you.
All right, so I've read all these titles, but right now your fans could be asking, what is Angela up to? So what are you up to, Angela?
Well, after my stint at the chamber, I've decided, because I was also dealing a lot with business people and everything, I'm setting up my own business, as I'm also now giving support to the Association of Music Producers, which are collecting societies, being able to see what we can do best for the music industry and the audiovisual industry as well.
It is from a legal perspective?
Yes.
And I like the fact that you say that, because you being an artist, a lot of these artists do not know how to ask perhaps for the money that they deserve when it comes to paying them. Streaming the music live, it's something that even Alani had a huge problem with. So it's good to see that you're on this forefront, also representing your fellow artists, would you say?
Yeah. It's great. It's quite interesting. Yes, it's been a bit of a challenge, especially in the collecting societies. Past year has been a bit difficult for the industry. I'm just looking back, because I wasn't in the industry at that time. I'm just trying to now put in place a strategic plan to see how best we can be able to move forward to achieve, the industry best practices. Yeah.
Now, most Kenyans have known you, and we have watched you and grown up with you, seeing you move from one strand of your career to another. But you started as a musician. Will you ever go back to studio?
I love that question, and my answer is always yes, but it never happens. But we're hopeful that, I always talk to Shinde, and Debbie's in the US, but you never know, with technology nowadays, anything is possible. So I've not put it, I'm always saying that it's possible, so that if it happens, then it happens.
Right, so it's not something that you have thrown off a board and said, okay, I'm done with that part of my life.
I love music. I love acting. I'm also an actor. I love, I'm both, I would say I'm both analytical and creative.
Right.
Yeah, so being a lawyer doesn't stop me from,
And being a creative, what do you think is missing in the creative space in Kenya that we should probably now start to fill that void?
Well, I think first we need to have proper policies in place, and being able to have that support system from the governments. You find other governments internationally also give a lot of support to their creative industry, and also churning out, being able to professionalize these particular industries, from film to music, and it's so much, and I think there's so much potential here in Kenya, and I'm hoping that I can play a part, in developing this. Yeah,
I think you already are, and that leads to my next question. How do you balance it all?
Oh, wow. Yeah, sometimes I have to accept. Sometimes, it takes a toll on you, but especially with family and everything. But you find the strength, you're able to know what you prioritize, and you can prioritize different things at different times, in life. Sometimes maybe the work will come first. Sometimes, of course, your family will come first. But always give some time at least to the children, because at this point in time when they're young, they need to be, nurtured and have at least their mother around. So, yeah.
It's one of the most sensitive, crucial stages.
Yes.
So what does Angela do to relax and unwind?
Wow. I think wow.
I mean, what do lawyers do? And don't tell me you're going to watch Suits And don't tell me you're going to watch like a parliamentary proceeding. I want to know, what does Angela do to relax?
Okay, I love listening to music.
Okay.
You know, I love playing with my kids, actually.
Wow.
I jump on the trampoline. They say, Mom, come. So we jump. You know, I'm like a kid sometimes, you know. They make me just be like, go back 20 years, and you know, it's just fun. Maybe I can go watch a movie.
What's the most beautiful part of motherhood? Because you're glowing and you talk about your children.
Well,
what has it taught you?
I think just seeing them becoming, you know, big girls, and seeing them speak out, and I'm like, really, were we like this when we were small? Because when my little one, she's now turning 6, when she speaks, I'm like, wow. That's a 6-year-old. Nowadays, things have changed, you know. So I think it's just taught me to just take life, you know, as it comes. And they're free, you know, they're free. So nothing really holds them back. So also trying to just be out there, whatever comes up, you know, you're able to take it, you know, as it comes. Right. So without any restrictions, yeah, that's what children
What would you tell Angela of 16 years old? If you were to give yourself, your younger self advice, what would you tell her?
I think just, wow, take life, you know, as it comes. You know, sometimes there are ups and downs, you know. I think when I was 16, I didn't know that life, you know, I was raised to think that everyone is good and, you know, there's nobody who would want to harm you. So believe that there are people out there who are not, you know, for the best, thinking the best of you or want the best, you know, for you. But just you have to keep on going, keep on moving, keep on pushing, just continue doing the right thing. Eventually, you know, things will work out.
You said you pray. You're a prayerful woman. You're intact with your spiritual life. What legacy do you want to leave behind that when people talk about Angela Ndambuki, they say this is what we remember her for?
Wow. I hope I'm remembered for at least doing the right thing, you know, being able to push for the benefit, to ensure that people at least benefit from whatever they create, you know, for example, in the music industry or audiovisual industry or business as well. Being able to say that this is somebody, and if you try to attack or, you know, you keep on coming back and do the right thing, you know, sometimes it can be hard, even for me, you know, when you're faced with so many things, and then you try to, you know, do you succumb to the pressure? But you have to keep on going. You know, you have to keep on going and believe you're doing the right thing and just push.
And speaking of succumbing to pressure, especially in this day of social media, having to fake it till you make it, there's a lot of pressure on young girls and men as well. They're also not left out as well. How do you handle that sort of pressure? Being someone who has been in the limelight, right? How do you stay true to yourself, and how do you not allow that pressure to get to you?
That's the thing. It's very hard, and I have to say it's very hard even for the, you know, even when I look at my children, I'm like, you know, how do I protect them from all this that's happening? So for me, I don't do a lot of social media. I'm trying right now to you know, to at least get back, but I feel like you have to be very strong-willed. It takes a lot, because even, you know, you can look at something and it looks so flowery and, wow, I want to be like this, but is it really the right thing for you? So you have to really think about it and, you know, talk to a lot of people who can actually give you, you know, the strength.
Why law? Music law, a creative mind, a legal mind. Where did law come from? Where did that influence come from? Why law?
Well, you know, I think I just landed, you know, when after I actually had applied to become a doctor, I think, or an architect. I think I didn't get.
Oh wow! Oh wow!
So, you know, sometimes, you know, I'm not one of those that I'm like, oh wow, I'm going to become this and that. You know, it just happened, and it just came. When I got my results, I didn't make it to become an architect.
And your options were either an architect, a medical doctor, or a lawyer.
Yes. So I ended up going to law school, and I'm actually very happy that happened, because, you know, being a lawyer, you can be almost anything after, because it's just a wide array of options that you could choose. You know?
All right, so Angela, I'm gonna challenge you. You said that you going back to studio is an open thing,
yes.
And a lot of your fans are watching this morning. Do you want to perhaps sing a chorus for us?
Oh my goodness!
You have to. It's a Friday morning. It is cold, Angela.
Wow, can I even remember those songs? It's been a while, and then I have a cold. You can hear my...
Do we say that I'll give you time and probably towards the end of the show?
Maybe. Yes.
You'll think about it.
Throwback.
Okay,
yeah?
a throwback.
Okay.
Yes. Oh my goodness, it's not every day we have Angela on set.
Oh goodness. Yeah.
Okay, all right. So we'll hold on to that. But this is Hot Topics, and Hot Topics is now Hot Topics with Song of the Week. And this week's Song of the Week is 2 in 1 by Naiboy. Take a look.
Don't anger